Today, my state has announced that we'll ensure in another 6 years, there will be no thatched roofs, houses in the state of Tamil Nadu, with the ambitious plan of building 21 lakh concrete houses. My friend, you might say, are we buying votes? No, we are helping people. Because I do know that in Singapore, which is one of the most developed nations, when Mr. Lee Kuan Yew retired from Prime Minister when he wanted his son to become elected, he treated Singapore government as a company and he gave dividends to his citizens. So it is not new. And every country is that. My friends, I would like to, before I end, I would like to quote that the last time I was here, I was with my good old friend, our friend, Mr. late Mr. Pramod Mahajan. He quoted a statement. I'd like to quote that again. He said that we are from different political parties. We are all running a relay race. Each one gets a chance to be in the government to run the ministry. Each one does their part. Some might run faster, some might run slower. But everyone is trying to succeed. I'm sure that this journey will succeed. I don't alone blame the politicians. All of us have to be blamed, and all of us have to be appreciated. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dayanidhi. I didn't know my nephew was so brilliant. I don't plead guilty for that. Because I had a full faith in his father. I knew the blood which came from Maran reflected here now. But he was playing, he has two hats, because his brother runs a media company, which is one of the topmost in the country in South. That media also blamed the politicians, of a different kind, of course. We don't agree with that lady there, and they always criticize her all the time, but that's part of media group. I'm leaving a thought again, Mr. Gadkari is here, too much time is happening. Well spoken. Mr. Kamal Nath has promised us 21 kilometers of road every year, but he has yet to start off. They are brilliant minds. Both of them are speaking the same language. There is consistency also, there is inconsistency also. One is speaking of Queen Bee, which means symbol of development. Other fellow is speaking about internet, web. So choice is between, you want to get into web or you want to find a Queen Bee, which can mean development everywhere else. Let us forget about that. You said we have given all the three things started from Chennai, of course. Free midday scheme, started by Jayalalitha's name at that point of time. Yeah, Jayalalitha, MGR, but followed by MGR, she was the chairperson of that at the point of time. I know when Jayalalitha names comes, provocation happens anyway. That's why I deliberately took her name. It started, everything is free in Tamil Nadu. You are giving free TVs, you are giving free houses, there is Narega, there is free gas connection in some states. Everything is free. House is free. But there is no electricity, there is no medicine, there is no job. You want, this is the progress of politics, I don't know. That everything will be given to free everybody. Why should we all work? Because most of the villagers are not working anyway. So this is a new progress of politics. I call it progress of politics. The progress has gone, politicians have grown. Okay, it is the best way of getting elected. As he says, I have to get elected. Give everything free to the poor people. But that one we must be approved. But I don't dispute the fact that we are growing very fast. We are on the high table. The growth is happening. But sooner or later, you will be questioned about its unequal distribution. I'll leave the question there. Now we have got the last speaker here. Our next speaker is Mr. Nitin Gadkari, the new and the youngest president of the BJP. His party needs to urgently practice the politics of progress. I mean, its own progress first, India's later. We know his immediate task is to make the Indian right relevant again. The party is still trapped in accumulated wreckage of two successive electoral defeats. They have lost twice. Gadkari's challenge lies in reconstructing a biologically tired and ideologically exhausted BJP. They don't have enough leadership. They don't have the well-defined ideology at the moment. There also, as Maran was pointing out, then we go abroad, everybody says we are great. That's the problem of a politician in India. He is looking for endorsement from those people who don't vote for them. Americans are saying we are great. Everybody is saying we are great. Yes, we are great. What about poor India sitting in your own backyard, Chindwara, who elects everything? Whether they are telling you are great or not, that is your victory, not the Wall Street Journal editorial or New York Times editorial that can get you some more audiences abroad, get you some investment here, but won't get you votes. And Mr. Gadkari, you know few things about building structure and that can connect and reach out. As a hyperactive public works minister of Maharashtra in the 90s, he achieved something his predecessor or even his successor couldn't match. Kamal Nath, you must be knowing about it because he was the first person. The completion of Mumbai-Pune Expressway and more than 50 flyover bridges were built in the city of Mumbai when he was the works minister. I hope he will put his experience in infrastructure to good use for the revival of his own moribund organization. At 52, Gadkari is the youngest boss of the BJP. He is unique in other sense too. He combines political leadership with entrepreneurial skill. Certainly a modernizer chosen to redeem a party steeped in the past. Those who criticize your party, Gadkari Sahab, they feel the party has a golden past. भविष्य आपका अच्छा था. भविष्य आपका अच्छा नहीं है. Past बहुत अच्छा था. You are a party with a golden past, but a very dim and dark future. That's the answer you have to answer. That's the question you have to answer. Today he represents the alternative, and in his vision, what does the politics of progress mean? We listen to him. Is he a dummy of the established leadership or a bulldozer, which he was when he was a minister? Is he a developed man or a man without any mantra? Is he a leader of the party which follows him or is going to follow what is dictated to him through the blogs or anywhere else? Ladies and gentlemen, I leave it to him to answer whether his party will join the mantra of politics which leads to progress, which leads to development, not division. Here is Mr. Gadkari to talk about that.
Chairperson, my friend Mr. Prabhu Chawla, Honorable Minister Kamal Nath ji, Honorable Minister Maran ji, all dignitaries, friends, it is an opportunity for me to speak something about progress. I always say one thing, that you can donate, but you cannot donate vision. As far as my political vision is concerned, we need development, not from NDA or UPA, development from anybody. I will welcome that development in India. Because first of all, my party and myself, we are committed for the progress of this country. The two important sectors which are very important, one is industry and other is agriculture. For the industrial development, we need four things: water, power, transport, and communication. Now, as far as the industrial sector is concerned, what I want to suggest, Adarniya Kamal Nath ji, that you give economic zone, special economic zone to the country, no problem, but give it to the backward area of the country. Give priority for that. We want decentralization of industry. Where the backward area is there, where we can increase the more employment potential, and we will try to increase more per capita income and GDP in that area. That is the need of the country. As far as the power sector is concerned, we are presently in the shortage of 55,000 megawatt of power. And from the ministry which I learned, the 55% of the people, they are not getting power. And the 12 plan, the coal is not available. I don't know what it happens to the future of India. Either it is nuclear power or wind power or hydropower or thermal power. It is up to government to decide about it. But now the situation in the power sector is very challenging. I am also a power generator. I am generating 36 megawatt of power from biomass in co-generation. Now this country needs
power because in the rural area, there is 14 hours and 16 hours load shedding is there. Mr. Kamal Nath's district, Chhindwara, is nearer to me because I am from Nagpur. In Nagpur district, we have 14 hours load shedding. Now MP is still some improving. It is some 8 hours or some 6 hours power shortage is there. Huh? Yes. Once upon a time in Maharashtra, we never have power cut, but now we have 16 to 14 hours of power cut in Maharashtra. Now for the industrial development, we are a developing country and we are a great competitor like China. If we want to increase more export, more industrial production, we need power, and that is one of the important sectors. As far as the road work is concerned, it is in a good condition. Because at the time of the NDA, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee appointed me as a chairman of the committee to form the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, the result at that time, when I take the statistic from the government, it was very alarming. From 60 years of this, after independence, 62 years, in this country we have no village connectivity. If we want to increase the per capita income and GDP in the rural area, the road network is very essential. I always remember the sentence of American president that America is not rich because American roads are good. America is not rich because American roads are good, but Americans' roads are good. America is rich because American roads are. I remember it. American roads are not good because America is rich, but America is rich because American roads are good. The prosperity coming from the road. So first of all, the infrastructure is the key. In 98-99, when I construct Mumbai-Pune Express Highway and the flyovers in Mumbai, I have a proven experience that I have just completed the work more than 8,000 crores with 5 crores equity. I raised 2,000 crores from the market, and this BOT and BOT had started at the time, where my inspiration and motivation behind private-public investment was giving more priority to the rural and poor sector of the society from the budget, and to whatever there the traffic density is high and the people who are capable to give toll, having that capacity, we can take the roads on express highway and the big 4-laning road and tunnels and bridges by private-public participation. Now this is a proven example in the country. Now my feeling is, no problem is about road sector because country is going on that direction. Now the important thing which I need, that as far as the communication is concerned, it is also in a good stage. I am not talking about the politics on this platform, because it is good, whether it is started by Rajiv Gandhi ji or Pramod Mahanjan ji or Maran ji or anybody XYZ, but the communication sector is on the track, it's going good. But as far as the agriculture sector is concerned, situation is not good. Already Professor Tendulkar, who submitted his report to the Prime Minister, he has given his report that 42% of the population is below poverty line. The unemployment, the poverty, the inflation, price rise, these are the important issues our country is facing. What my feeling is now, to improve the agriculture is the big task. And my request to Honorable Minister that when I was appointed as the chairman of that Rural Road Committee for Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, there was an argument from the central government that this is a state subject. We cannot make any expenditure on the state subject. Now irrigation is a state subject, and which is the key of the progress in agriculture and rural sector. States have not got sufficient funds for irrigation. So my request is to take irrigation subject in the concurrent list, by which if there is 50-50 contribution from state and state government, it will accelerate irrigation in the country, and which reduce the farmer suicides, increase per capita income, GDP in the rural area.